Everyone was waiting for this. Is following a very disappointing series against the Angels, the Toronto Blue Jays have come back and bounced back in fantastic fashion by sending a serious message to the MLB against the Mariners. But the bigger storyline here is one player in particular who has not only been absolutely amazing, but he is a rising star and has risen to the occasion. We're going to break down exactly who that is and discuss what it means going forward, as well as break down some other things on this episode, including a crucial update to Anthony Santander. But before we get into it, if you're part of the percentage who aren't subscribed to the channel, you guys have been beasts. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. About 70% of you who are watching right now aren't subscribed. Ladies and gentlemen, a ton to go over today. The Toronto Blue Jays are coming off of back-to-back huge wins, 2 wins in a row against the Seattle Mariners in the Jays, second home field. And it has been a fantastic few games for the Jays. The Jays are finally getting some momentum. But there has been one player in particular we need to talk about, and it is Addison Barger. Keegan Matheson, everybody, Ben Nicholson-Smith, everybody's talking about it. It's the Addison Barger series here in Seattle. Most impressive couple of days I've seen for him. He's really meeting the moment here. And this is, of course, and we'll dive into yesterday night's game, but this is, of course, regarding his fantastic game yesterday where he had a clutch, RBI. He's just been clutch in general. And B, just a fantastic season, not necessarily a fantastic season when you look at his stats, but the process behind that. And let's look at his stats on the left there. So 602 OPS. This was prior to yesterday night's game. It hasn't updated yet as of the time recording. Of course, the 602 OPS, his savant is red all the way through. He has been absolutely dominant. And the thing is, his numbers last year, you look at it, 200 plate appearances, 600 OPS, it's middling. It's not fantastic by any means. You're thinking, hey, he's a below league average hitter. His peripherals, he has some of the fastest bat speed in the organization and in the MLB. He absolutely crushes balls when he's looking at it. The only thing that is below average is his whiff rate and his walk rate. And his whiff rate is about average. When he makes contact, he crushes it. He barrels the ball. He has the fastest swing in baseball, or one of the fastest swings in baseball. He has a fantastic peripheral profile that it was only a matter of time until he started to make contact. His process started to work out, and that he becomes an unbelievable hitter. And it's slowly but surely happening. He's striking out less. He's absolutely crushing baseballs, and it's helping this team win. And in a time where Andrés Giménez is out with an injury for at least another couple weeks, you are in a fantastic spot if you're Addison Barger. And I've been saying on the channel for a while, if you play Addison Barger every day, people have been saying it as well, you are bound to have a point. He has some of the highest upside in the MLB. It's not an exaggeration. It's some of the highest upside, of course, in the Blue Jays organization because of his, elite arm, but also his elite peripherals. And again, his OPS is not going to shock you right now, but if you continue to give him at-bats, continue to give him constant run, he's going to be a fantastic hitter in this league, and I fully stand by that. He also has been a great fielder as well this year, which is something that, you don't often see. And we saw it in yesterday's game. Of course, did he have a fantastic game? Yeah. I mean, he had 1 hit, 2 RBIs, a clutch 2 RBI single to put the Jays ahead. And he went 1 for 5, continues to smoke balls, but also he had an RBI hustle, fielder's choice. He has just been a winning baseball player, and he's going to continue to get reps in absence of Andrés Giménez. And you pair that with Miles Straw. Everyone has been waiting for the Jays offense to come through. And in a game where Varsho and Vladdy go 0 for 8, you're able to come out with the win. But it is genuinely fantastic to see the rise of Addison Barger. And it's pretty scary if you're, a fan of another team, because he can come out and continue to be very good. And especially, in a time here where you can see Anthony Santander has been out. So Santander is out of the starting lineup for the second consecutive day after crashing into the stands in pursuit of a foul ball. And the lineup, of course, gets thinned out, not stretched out, but thinned out when Anthony Santander is out of the lineup. And having a guy like Addison Barger be able to come in and really, hopefully, take advantage of that. And again, he's not going to be a guy who, he plays outfield sometimes, but he's going to be primarily playing third base, and he's looked pretty good over there, in Andrés Giménez's absence. Barger is truly a rising star, and I think someone that needs to be talked about more, because everyone was waiting for this from him, and everyone was waiting for this from the Jays offense in general, and it was fantastic to see. But let's dive into some of the more updates as well. Let's dive into surrounding Santander. It's yet to be seen, if he's going to be playing this afternoon, but he has a cranky left shoulder, a little bit sore, so we want to be careful. He could be available off the bench. He ultimately didn't play last night in the game, so it's yet to be seen as of the time of recording if he's going to be starting today's game. I would assume probably, but if not, maybe you rest him for the rest of this series before the next series. But having Santander get hurt right after he started finally hitting the baseball well is very unfortunate. At the same time, though, the Toronto Blue Jays have won 3 games in a row. Their offense is starting to come around. They've looked very, very good. Varsho's starting to struggle a little bit. He's not going to be a guy who's going to hit for 250 anyways. Vladdy still gets on base a couple times. He's been playing well. Bichette finally hit his first homer in last night's game. And we're at a point now where these guys are slowly but surely, the offense is slowly but surely starting to come through. Miles Straw with a clutch 2-run insurance run single to put them up 6-3 instead of 4-3. Like all these different things the Toronto Blue Jays have been doing here. Everyone was waiting for it. And the rise of Addison Barger, you have Nathan Lucas, even like everybody's starting to play their game and play really well. When you're at a point of the season where you need to win games, the AL East is well within reach. The Jays are 19-20, the Red Sox are 20-20, the Orioles are losing games, the Yankees are winning games, but it's still within striking distance. This is the time to go. And again, they're Santander hopefully is going to be playing today. You have fans in Seattle. John Schneider spoke out in that and said, we definitely feel the support. You hear Let's Go Jays and see people behind the dugout. Not quite as full as it's been in the past, and understandably so, but we love every single one that comes down here. And of course, heading into this series, the Jays were very bad. They were 16-20, so that's obviously part of the reason. But I want to speak out about somebody else here, and you can see a little bit of a, we saw it yesterday. Of course, this is not yesterday's game. This was 2 games ago. The bullpen, Jeff Hoffman, Jimmy Garcia. In yesterday's game, of course, we saw Mason Fluharty, and you can see here again, the Jays won, sense of momentum, 19-20. Fluharty has faced 47 batters since a pair of tough outings to begin his career. And we think, in his first couple of games, he faced Juan Soto a couple times. And again, you can see this here. He's allowed 1 hit in his last 14 innings pitched, which is absolutely ludicrous. And we saw him yesterday. He was fantastic. We saw Jeff Hoffman, fantastic. But we're going to have a full video coming out, or I will rather, on Mason Fluharty soon. You look at this bullpen. Once you get Swanee back, even Nick Sandlin, who's not in here in the tweet, this team, I'm telling you, has, and I've been saying this for a while, if their offense can become even just league average, you're going to be above league average even a little bit. You're going to be in very good shape. You have one of the best back ends, the bullpen in the entire MLB. You have guys that are starting to emerge. Your offense is finally starting to show a little bit of life. You have to be able now to go out there and win ball games, but also sustain this momentum. The Mariners are one of the hottest teams in baseball coming into this game, or coming into the series, and you shut their momentum down. You had a terrible series against the Angels. You probably should have swept that series. It is what it is. They came out and they've won 2 in a row now, and you got to look for the 3rd straight win against the Mariners tomorrow. It has to happen. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Continue to step in their throats. We saw a game yesterday where Bowden Francis continued to play well. Things are looking good, and you have to continue it, especially when you have injuries. Anthony Santander is dealing with stuff. You have everybody dealing with little bits of injuries, but what matters most here is the Jays continuing to win games and the rise of guys like Addison Barger, rise of Mason Fluharty. The team, in order to get to where they need to see things like this. And ladies and gentlemen, everyone was waiting for the rise of Mason Fluharty, but more importantly, everyone was waiting for the rise of Addison Barger for the past couple of years. We even saw tidbits of it last year, and now this is his time to steal a spot for the rest of the season. With Alan Roden going down, he was struggling. He's crushing in AAA now, but Roden crushing in AAA of Barger, he's going to hopefully steal his spot. I mean, Barger's been fantastic. Fluharty's been fantastic. Santander starting to heat up, even though he's been injured. But prior to that, and ladies and gentlemen, we have a baseball team, and they are coming back, and hopefully they can continue this momentum. Let me know down below your thoughts or your sports. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.